I am Emily Reese, and this is Artifact 1 for Criterion 2, Set Professional Learning Goals, and Standard 1.1, 1A. Candidates set professional learning goals to explore and apply pedagogical approaches made possible by technology and reflect on their effectiveness. I developed 2 professional learning goals for effective technology use. My first goal was to incorporate 3 digital tools into the 3rd grade STEM lesson plans for the upcoming unit on Habitats of Georgia. I accomplished this goal through the planning and implementation of a week-long unit focused on the habitats and regions of Georgia. As part of this unit, students conducted research on one of the 5 Georgia regions. Students utilized Google Slides to track their research on their chosen habitats and used several Google Slides to conduct their research. Students then shared, commented, and supported one another by creating flip videos. Students enjoyed watching their peers' videos and sharing them with the other 3rd grade classes. The last tool utilized in this learning unit was Edpuzzle. 3rd grade students were digitally assessed using Edpuzzle. Videos were created with various stopping points in which students had short answer and multiple choice questions to answer. My second professional learning goal was to learn how to create and implement Google Forms as a feedback system for the end of the unit. I met this goal by collaborating and meeting with my technology coordinator 3 times in the month of April to learn how to set up Google Forms, how to analyze Google Forms student responses, and how to create my own Google form to use at the end of my STEM learning unit. After watching several learning videos, watching my technology coordinator create a Google form, I was able to design my own student reflection and feedback form. After giving the feedback form to students, my LSTC helped me to sort through their responses to determine the outcomes of the unit. The learning and activities in the Georgia Habitats unit I designed and implemented with my 3rd grade STEM students provide evidence for Criterion 13, co-learn with students about a new digital tool, and Standard 4.2 4B, candidates collaborate and co-learn with students to discover and use new digital resources and diagnose and troubleshoot technology issues. This week-long unit was developed with 3 technology-based authentic assignments. To complete the unit, students were tasked with researching one of the 5 Georgia regions and design a digital poster to convey their knowledge and understanding to their audience. Students were given autonomy with the final project presentation choices. Students were able to complete this task by choosing to create a brochure or use Google Drawings. Students were introduced to the project rubric so they would understand the requirements and expectations of their final product. The students and I collaborated to explore and discover this new technology tool. Students completed the project through co-learning and troubleshooting together. We improved our technology literacy utilizing the digital tool Google Drawings. The teacher provided students with a bank of pictures to choose from that were housed in their STEM Google Classroom. Students were able to use the research they had done in the previous days to help guide them as they created their Google Drawing final product. At the end of the unit, students shared their Google Drawings with other students to show their understanding of the content. Challenges. It was challenging as the teacher, floating and supporting students who chose to do the brochure and helping to teach those students who wanted to do the Google Drawing poster. We had only dabbled in Google Drawings and never had any official learning of the digital platform. I would have liked to have spent more time showing the students the different options, but we figured it out together through trial and error. Next time, I will utilize the LSTC at my school and schedule technology lessons so my students will fully understand how to access and use the digital tool before starting a project. Successes. I felt that the students did a great job with this learning unit overall. I found it interesting that even given a technology option, many students still chose to create brochures for their final projects. I was very impressed with the outcomes of the Google Drawing posters. Students retained a great deal of information throughout this learning unit. I attribute this to the various digital tools employed to support student learning. I enjoyed working with and alongside my students to learn Google Drawings. It was fun to have them show me how to use different features as we worked together. Reflection. At the beginning of this course, I set a professional learning goal to incorporate 3 digital tools into the third grade STEM lesson plans for the upcoming unit on Habitats of Georgia. This unit was lacking in technology, and I felt that it could use some revamping to increase student engagement and learning. I chose this goal because I love teaching STEM to my students, and I wanted to create engaging, technology-infused lessons that are purposeful. I was successful in achieving my goal, and my students had a really good time researching their chosen Georgia region, as well as completing their final project. The digital tools that students were exposed to were Flip Video, Google Slides, and Edpuzzle. Students were engaged in their learning as they read articles, watched videos, and participated in virtual reality sessions to get a real-life view of each of the Georgia regions. One area that I would like to continue to gain confidence in is in follow-up surveys using Google Forms to gain feedback from the students. I would like to continue to consider the thoughts and feelings of my students and would consider revamping more STEM units based on their feedback.